Hi everybody, it's Sunday and it's time for the weekend video. Get ready. I kind of promised somebody on the internet that I would do this video, and the reason being is because I believe it's a she. I believe she posted something about her pastor the Sunday before preached that Jesus went into hell, and I tried explaining that that was incorrect, and she didn't really get it. And I told her, "Well, I'll do a video for you on it this weekend." And so here I am. Um, it's funny because I do know where some of that comes from. In the English translation, King James version, and several others, there is an Old Testament scripture prophesying about Jesus's death. And it says that you will not leave my soul in hell, and that's how most of the translations say it. However, that word hell is actually Sheol. Sheol means the grave, and now the grave was scary enough for Jews. They didn't even need to be scared with a thing called hell, because for the Jews, until the Messiah came, anybody who went to the grave and the Messiah had not come yet, they died in their sin, and they didn't want to die in sin. So, uh, so it was a very scary thing for them. And but actually, Jesus did go to the grave, and no, his soul was not left in the grave. And Paul talks about that actually in 1 Corinthians chapter 15. It's a big chapter. It's a big chapter. But towards the end of it, you'll see that he talks about how when Jesus died, all died with him, and all were raised to life with him incorruptible. And we were changed. So we went from corruptible to incorruptible. Why were we corruptible? Because of sin. And then Paul says, in I believe verse 55, let me just read it to you. He says, O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. And Paul, of course, he's singing this song practically in this letter. And it's because he just explained that the law had been abolished and sin had been destroyed in the grave when Jesus went to the grave. And he rose to victory in new life. And so death is no longer the end all. The grave is no longer a thing to fear, because we do not die in our sin. We are incorruptible. We go on long after this. I will go on after this. You will go on after this. How that's going to look, I really can't tell you. Haven't been there yet. Don't want to get there anytime soon either. But that's where that all comes from. It's just a simple little mistranslation. My younger years, I've heard so many preachers preach that Jesus went into hell. There's even a song about how he went into hell. And uh, it's all just because of a mistranslation of a word, that his soul would not be left in hell. Actually, what was originally written was his soul would not be left in the grave. So just to kind of explain where people get that from and why that's a misinterpretation and what the reality of that is, thanks to the gospel. And one more thing, I want to remind you all that we are still in our spring pledge drive, and we really need new monthly donors, new monthly pledges. Please contact me. You can call me 321-220-4373. Email me at freedom@gospelrevolution.com, or you can go to gospelrevolution.com, and on the home page you'll see a little button up on the upper left, and it will say, upper left, this is your left, and it'll say donations. Click on donations and go from there, and you can donate online. Um, uh, Other than that, folks, have a revolutionary week.